Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the podcast show. Today, I'm excited to be joined by Daiyah Bailey. So, let me tell you a little bit about her. I've known this young lady from the ripe age of 7, 8, somewhere in there, all the way through. Now, she's a freshman in college. She was a standout player at Valley View High School, where she was all league, and she's been on travel ball since about, I would say, age 10, if I'm not mistaken. She's been in travel ball for quite a while, and now she is playing Division One softball at North Carolina Central University. Daiyah, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. I'm doing awesome. And so we just talked a little bit before we went on. How is it getting settled into college? You've been there for about a week now, or?
Yeah, I love it out here.
All right, cool, cool. So you got the room set up. You've met your
Mm-hmm.
teachers, all that.
Yep.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Now, again, I asked you this. I didn't tell you I was going to put this on the show, but tell me about the drop off. Who took you to school? Was it mom? Was it dad? Because I'm going to give them a hard time. I happen to know Daya's parents, so I'm going to give them a hard time. Was it mom?
My mom, dad, and my little brother.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
I imagine it was mixture of pride and a little bit of emotions. Is that correct?
Yeah. It was a
Yeah.
lot of stress going on as well. Moving in was very hectic.
Yeah. Now, did you
Yeah.
did you make that drive? Did you guys drive all the way across the
We
country?
flew.
Okay. Okay. Good. So that you guys just flew there and bought what you needed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. That's probably the smart way to do it. So, all right, well, cool, excellent. So, Daya, I want you to start by just kind of telling me a little bit about your softball background, kind of where you first get started to some of the teams you played for.
I first started playing t-ball around the age of 4, and
Okay.
then I've kind of been back and forth until I was doing dance.
Okay.
And then I took a little break from softball, but then I came back because I really liked it. And I played on a couple of rec ball teams where I grew really close with um, the coaches and my teammates that I actually ended up playing with them in high school. And so leaving for rec ball was kind of tough, going to travel ball, meeting new people and everything. It was kind of nerve wracking. But making switching to travel ball was actually like a really like I feel like it bettered me so much as a player and even as a person. My first travel ball team was really it was hard at first because I wasn't
Hmm.
at the same level as all the other girls. But
Yeah.
my coach, she was really like she pushed me a lot and she got my head right like mentally. She grew my IQ
Hmm.
and that really like helped me as a player. And so I've been played on Hoppers, Explosion, SoCal Athletics, and Cal Light. And
Okay.
my first travel ball team was Adrenaline, but they're no longer in organization.
Wow. So you've got a collection of your jerseys going
Yeah.
back from several organizations. I joke a lot about some of the teams like, man, we should open up a shop because everybody it seems like goes that route. Sometimes it
Mm-hmm.
takes a couple of different travel ball organizations to find the right spot. But you did it. You found the right spot. You got with the right coach and they got you recruited. And so, first of all, I want to congratulate you on the Division One scholarship that you got. That's really, really good.
Thank you.
You did mention that being on that team, even though you felt like maybe you weren't ready, it kind of accelerated your growth, right? Can you
Mm-hmm.
talk about that? How you came from struggling to finding your footing and becoming one of the better players?
So first, it's kind of debate between my coaches whether I was going to play infield or outfield because rec ball was mostly an infielder. Like
Hmm.
towards the end of my years, I started playing outfield. But my head coach, she was really like, she's gonna be a good outfielder. Like she's fast. Like she predicted everything. Like she was just like, she's gonna be a good outfielder. So she turned me into an outfielder. I still was playing both, but mostly outfield when I did play. Um, it was we only had about 10 girls on the team when we first started, so
Hmm.
I was the one sitting. But whenever I sat, like she would like make me grab a bucket. I had a
Hmm.
notebook. She made me take notes. She taught me how to do book. Like it was really just like a learning process.
Good, good. And that's awesome. And that goes to show that just because you start in one position doesn't mean that's where you're going to end up. And
Hmm.
I think one of the things that we try to tell the girls that we're coaching is be flexible. If you're at a tryout and there's seven shortstops and no first baseman, well, you need to go over there. And it's interesting. I know you're an Audi right now, a fantastic Audi. I've got to watch you over the last couple years, but most of the Audis in college we're innies, we're middles, and so that's kind of a natural transition. And so I wish that more young people would kind of see that position for what it is. It's very, very important on the field. So that's really good. So tell me, this is all about getting recruited. What did you do to kind of help that process? Did you do the whole email thing? Did you join a service? What was your input in the recruiting process?
My travel ball team, we use Sports Recruit. I found
Okay.
it very, like, it was very helpful. I feel like the coaches, like, it was easier for them to keep in contact with you. I feel like when
Mhm.
I emailed them personally, it wasn't really like, I didn't get a lot of responses. But through the app, like, it was really, like, it was very helpful.
Excellent.
And
That's one of those
especially,
tools.
like, you get to have your own, like, you put your film and everything up already. So like they click
Mhm.
on your profile, they can see what you already do. Like if they really want you, like it's not like a whole process. Like send me your film, and it's just easier through the app.
Yeah, well, good. Hey, so technology is supposed to improve our lives, and so that's good to see that this technology is helping in that process. That's really, really good. So tell me about North Carolina Central. How did you come to join that team? Did you obviously you were using the app, and I'm assuming the coach reached out to you. Tell me a little bit about that and the first time you actually got to go on campus.
So I first started talking to our coach around summer of sophomore year, and she couldn't talk to me yet, obviously.
Hmm.
But she was keeping communication with my coach, and then it was kind of like on and off from there, just talking to other schools as well as her. But at some point, it was kind of like I was drifting more towards other schools. But around, I would say, summer of junior year, that's when they really started like pushing, like, we want you, like, come on a visit. So came on my visit in November and went to a 2-day camp. That's when they officially gave me my offer.
Wow, that's exciting. How did that feel?
It was good, very excited, home with a lot of thinking to do. And,
Okay.
it was a lot on my plate,
Yeah.
but it was a good experience.
How long did it take you to make that decision? Was it overnight? Did you sit on it for a few days? Did you
Mm,
visit schools after that or
a couple weeks.
okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad you made that decision. And it sounds like from talking to you, you made the right choice because you're loving it so far, correct?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, of course, I always want to talk about the softball and the grind that it takes to get there. Can you tell me a little bit about your typical workout routine, maybe like in the off season? I mean, obviously there is no off season in travel ball, but what kind of workouts did you do besides your traditional team practices?
We had, and we had to use recently this summer for jelly.
Okay,
It's called Volt, so it's just like a workout, kind of like a workout plan adjusted to you. So you can either do like gym workouts or at home workouts. They have the option for you to replace like different workouts if you can't do it in that moment. So
okay.
I did do a lot of that, and I also did my own conditioning work.
Nice. Excellent. Excellent. Good. So that's good. I tell the young ladies that I coach, it's like, okay, well, we know that we're going to work you harder in practice and you're going to play, but every single young lady I've talked to has had a off the field workout regimen that they stick by, where it's just them and a personal trainer or them and themselves or there's some friends. But every single girl so far has done a little bit extra. And so when I talk to some of my players, I say, okay, well, what's your plan for the week? When you leave here, what's your plan for the week? And every once in a while, you'll get a girl that's not doing anything until the next week, and it usually shows. But I always try to encourage them by reaching out and figuring out what everybody else is doing to get prepared. So that was really good to hear. Tell me, besides softball, what's something that Daiyah loves to do in her free time?
Mostly eat and
Ah,
sleep.
and you weigh what, like 110? I don't believe that. But you're
120,
eating 120? Okay,
120.
okay, all right.
And
So you
I
must
also
weight.
love to write, draw, and do makeup. I love doing makeup.
Okay, okay, cool. So many talents, writing, drawings. You're gonna have to share me so I can promote you so I can blow you up. So see if we get that social media follow and going a little bit stronger. So all good, all good. Um One of the things I also wanted to talk about too is the stuff off the field that makes it special. I know we remember the games. I know we remember the tournaments, but a lot of times when I'm talking to players, whether it's my old baseball players, softball players, they talk about just bonding with their teams. What was some of your fondest memories of, let's say, high school softball?
It was definitely our small, like, team bonding days that we had.
Mm.
My junior year, I have a pool, or I don't live there anymore currently, but
You
at
had a
my
pool.
house, we have a pool, so my mom planned, like, a little pool day for us before see just, like, hanging out with my teammates, like, driving to go get food or just having, like, team brunch, just little things like that. It's definitely very fun.
Cool. Excellent. Excellent. That is exciting. So, one final question, Deja, and I'm gonna let you go. I know you probably got some studying to go to. What kind of goals do we have set for this year? I mean, are we trying to crack the starting lineup? Is there a certain number you want to hit? Just get used to college? What goals have you set for yourself this year?
We do have a new coach, so it definitely be getting on their
Okay.
radar. Trying to push to start. Even if I don't, I would be okay with that, but trying to get as many innings in as I can, especially as a
Mm.
freshman.
Excellent, excellent. It starts all over. I remember like when you
Mhm.
go to you're a freshman in school, and even you talked about when you first joined your team, you had to work your way into the lineup. And then I know you go to a very competitive, or you went to a very competitive high school. You had to work your way through, and so the grind doesn't stop. Now we're in college, and we're going through the same thing. So that's exciting. Well, I tell you what, you definitely have a lifetime fan. I will be following you, and if you don't mind, maybe we check in around mid-season sometime. How's that sound?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Thanks a lot. That's all for now. Thanks again.
Thank you.